Have I listened to the newest Metallica album? Yes, I have. I am a big Metallica fan, and I haven't talked about it on stream because I don't think anybody cares about my opinion about it. But if you really want to hear my thoughts about it, I have been a Metallica fan for a very long time now, and I can chronicle all the different flavors that I've experienced with the band. I remember being so into old school Metallica, and I remember how frustrating it was to listen to James Hetfield sing between 2006 and 2007 because his voice in those two specific years was really, really bad. And it was the Master Puppets. I think it was the 20th. It was the 20th anniversary, and it sounded really, really bad. And I remember, my God, I love Metallica, but my God, what the hell, you know? And then in 2008, you know, Death Magnetic comes out, and the voice starts getting better. And it's like, well, okay, all right. And ever since like that year, 2008, James Hetfield's voice has gotten way better and better and better. And if you want to hear my opinion on this new album, I liked Hardwired a lot. I thought some songs were a little like stock and filler. It's a bit of an inside joke for Metallica fans. It sounds fucking stock. But I think this new album, it's kind of like a weird inverse of Hardwired, where I feel Hardwired had these really bland and forgettable tracks, but then they had some songs that were fucking really good, super memorable, like Spit Out the Bone, Moth to Flame, you know, Hardwired, as simple as it is, it's just memorable, you know. But then you have this new album where like all songs are good, but they're also not as great as the songs are on Hardwired. It's like no song is particularly bad, but they don't have that contrast of like really mild to really good. They're all kind of just, it's good. But I will say this, going back to what I was talking about with James's voice on this new album is fantastic. It's almost like he has a renaissance in his own voice. You know, like people always said that James, oh, you know, he's not a great singer and all that. Because if you listen to how James sings, this is like he's unlocked something completely new. And I'm surprised no Metallica fan has mentioned this. James has never had like vibrato to his voice when he's singing, right? But he's got a real sort of timbre to the way he's singing now. And it's surprising. It's like he's unlocked a really new way of singing, and you know, I don't know what it's with it, but some of the songs that really stand out, and with James's voice, I love how Shadow Follow sounds. I thought Room of Mirrors was really good. Chasing Light has a really fun hook to it, and I'm gonna say this too. I think that I might be the only person saying this, but I didn't enjoy that 10-11 minute track at the end, Immomarata. I thought it was bloated. You know what it felt like to me? It felt like a in between the album songs, between Load and Reload. It's just like a song. I don't know why everybody's obsessed with this song. It just feels like it's okay, but it's not like whoa, you know. It feels like you know, when they made sequels to The Unforgiven, you know, Unforgiven 2 and 3. It feels like they made a sequel to My Friend of Misery on the Black Album, because you know, Misery. But whatever. I can say this. I can just summarize this because you don't want to hear me talk about too much about this. But I think that the album is not disappointing, but it's not fucking amazing either. I would give it like a 6.5 out of 10. I enjoyed Hardwire more because I don't know, it just feels yeah. I think what could have made this album better, cut down the song lengths. The songs are a little too bloated, and you can make more of an impact on the songs by having them shorter. They don't necessarily need to be that long, you know. But Here's my favorite parts. James singing is phenomenal on this album. It's really, really good. Some of the riffs are really cool. My least favorite part is Kirk's solos. Kirk is playing the same fucking solos in like different keys, and I would almost, this sounds insane, but I wish it would almost like start playing chromatic weird solos instead, because it's just bluesy stuff. You know, it's, I don't know, it's just feels a little stock, man. But yeah, it's just pentatonic licks over and over again. So I say the solos are the weakest part of the album, and people are gonna say, "Oh, Lars' drumming sucks." It fits the songs and, you know, all that stuff. But on a final thought about this album, and I know this is really boring to listen to. You just fucking play Subnautica already, you asshole. This album needed to be a little shorter, and on top of that, I would have preferred if this whole album didn't have the thrash elements. This is really weird saying this, but when Metallica is playing double bass and going really fast on this album, it almost feels unnatural. It almost feels like they're trying to cater to the fans saying, play thrash, and they don't need to, because this album feels really, it feels like load or reload. You know, in fact, I would say it's like an overload, you know. But I don't know. I just feel the slower songs are the best on the song, or the mid song. There's a lot of like mid-paced songs on this album, but it's too early to really cement my opinion on like how this will sit in the giant legacy of Metallica albums, and how it really, you know, again, cement its history, because every Metallica album is a huge thing for like metal fans in general, you know. So I don't know, but I like the album. I don't know if I'm going to sit down again and really listen to it. I probably will, but it is pretty monumental, and I think that James sings great, but it's hard to recommend that Metallica try to play out of the wall a little bit, or out of the box, because we might just get Saint Anger or Lulu again. So I don't know, a little predictable, but great singing. That's my review. I don't know.